Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about a video that was in my recommended, and it is titled, I am 400 pounds and men are ashamed to date me. Dating different. This is from a YouTube channel called Truly. They do a lot of videos like this, and when I saw the title of the video, I thought it was interesting. We're probably not going to be going over the entire thing because I'm pretty sure they would copyright strike me, so we're going to go over parts of it, and I'll just cut out the parts that aren't necessary, but let's just get into it.
I started gaining weight when I was like 2. By 25, I was about 550 pounds. I'm about to go on my blind date. I'm so nervous.
So the first thing you'll notice is that she's 400 pounds now. So she has lost about 150 pounds, which is no small feat. So congratulations to her.
Dating is hard because men, they're just kind of like trash being.
So that right there, if you look at the comments of this video, a lot of people are definitely not the happiest about that remark. I think that a lot of people were definitely, they definitely don't like that kind of point of view. I understand why people would be upset. I understand what she's saying and where she's coming from. I think part of it, and we'll get into it because I think my perception and what I picked up was right. I know because I'm the freaking smartest person in the world. But I think it's all a facade for the most part, and it's putting off an act to make yourself feel better, right? Because I remember I used to do similar things when I was bigger. I would always, my thing, instead of being like tough and like, oh, you're trash, you're this, I just always made fun of myself. I was the funny fat guy. That was my like mask that I put on. And it seems like this is kind of like a mask of like, I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm a big girl, whatever. I don't care, right? Again, we'll get into it because there are some stuff that I will show you on Instagram that I think, I don't want to say contradicts this, but it shows that maybe this is a little bit of an act.
Big and beautiful. I just feel like I am fetishized. I'm a goal, like I'm a conquer. I don't want to have to question myself anymore in my relationship. I don't want to have to be insecure in my relationship anymore. My name is Nina. I'm from Philadelphia. I'm 35 years old and I'm a full-time makeup artist. My mom said I started gaining weight when I was like 2. I was 300 pounds by the time I was about 12, 13. I think I graduated.
That's wild, dude. 300 pounds when you're 12 or 13 years old? That's no joke for sure.
High school around almost 400 pounds. By 25, I was about 550 pounds. I want to find love now because I feel like I know it's going to be real. You loved me then, and it's just like, let's ride off into the sunset with my, my BBL and my, my flat stomach.
So I understand where she's coming from, but I would say that actually is, I don't want to say that it's not possible, but I think a lot of people think that, oh, if you love me now when I'm overweight and unhealthy or whatever, then it'll definitely work out when I lose the weight. But a lot of times in a lot of relationships, you see this a lot in people that get bariatric surgery, them and their partner end up splitting up. They might get a divorce. If they're not married, they just split up. Because a lot of the times when someone is okay with you being this size, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but when someone is okay with you being the size that you are now, they are okay with the habits that come along with that, right? They are okay with the lack of movement, with the style of eating, the amount of takeout, or, not everyone's getting takeout, but they are okay with the things that lead to someone becoming that size, because unless you are a medical marvel, for the most part, if you are getting to the size that she is, or someone that's 500 pounds, that is not happening while you're doing healthy habits, right? While you're going on multiple walks, while you're getting a good amount of steps in, while you're eating relatively healthy. It doesn't have to be perfect. You guys have seen my diet. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? But while you're eating relatively healthy, you are not getting to this size. And so if someone is okay with those types of habits and that type of lifestyle, a lot of times it is very, very hard for them when you decide, I no longer want to live this lifestyle, I no longer want to do this. So I think a lot of people, they think, oh, if I could just find someone when I'm fat, then they'll definitely like me once I lose the weight, because then they'll be all into it. But if someone is okay with the lifestyle that you're living while you are fat, there's a big chance they will not be okay, because they personally probably have a really trash lifestyle too, that for some reason they just aren't eating as much or whatever it might be. So they haven't become morbidly obese, but they still, have very similar habits.
Dating is hard because I think men, they're just kind of like trash. When you see a fat person, you automatically think they are lazy, they stink. I go to the gym 3-4 times a week. I don't eat sugar. I don't drink soda. I don't drink juice. I don't go to fast food. My type of aesthetic.
So I'm not going to say that all this stuff isn't true. That's a very dangerous game to start playing where you're like blaming the weight on something that is that is out of your control, right? Because I genuinely believe that for the most part, for most people, unless there are other issues going on, which certainly there could be, we are in control of this, you know. There are outside factors that make it more difficult, of course, but like to say that I'm doing everything and it just runs in my family, just runs in my genetics, everyone's big, I can't do anything about it, I think that's really defeatist, and it really, really makes it so you have no control over, you know, the life that you want to live and the choices that you're making. I just believe that no one gets to be 500 pounds where she was at one point by accident. Or by like, you know, I'm doing everything right and I just ended up here, right? I just don't think that's true.
I like a beard, I like full lips. I like a mysterious guy, but a confident guy.
My name is Matthew. I'm 41 years old. I'm from the greater Philadelphia area. I know absolutely nothing about my date. This is a blind date, so I will be surprised anyway.
Two very different people there.
Hi.
My name's Matt.
My name is Nina.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Wow, okay. I'm not nervous anymore.
I'm always nervous on a date.
So how old are you?
Pretty good.
And I said, how old are you?
Oh, well, I'm good, and I'm 41.
Okay, I'm 35.
Okay.
So what do you do for a living?
I work for a court. Nothing exciting.
Nothing exciting?
No. I'm a gamer.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a stress reliever.
I don't know nothing about games at all.
Gamers rise up. Let's go.
I'm an influencer on social media, but it wasn't because I tried to. It's just because I just influenced because of my size, because of the way that I dress. And I've always been like, not loud, but like, if I'm not loud, my outfit's loud. If I'm not loud, my hair, or my makeup, or my tattoos. And I don't know, like, I guess I just get attention. Even if I didn't want it, it just happens.
I think that can be really common with people. I know it was for me. I was definitely a lot more loud and I don't want to say annoying, but I was definitely like a lot more out there when I was heavier. I think because I knew it was like I said, it was a mask. I knew that people were going to be paying attention to me, and so I felt like if I could be loud and hopefully funny, I tried to be funny and over the top, then it was like on my terms that they were paying attention to me, not just because I was fat. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. But it was like, I know that there's going to be attention on me because of my size. And so let me use that attention to make it on my terms instead of just because of my size.
My family loved me so much that I actually never really felt the hate until I left the house. My family always like told me how beautiful I was, and I was just normal, I guess. And I'm guessing being 300 pounds at like 13 wasn't probably the normal, but my family loved me so much I really didn't pay attention.
But as a plus size woman, have you had struggles with dating?
Have I been on dates? Yes, but I feel like for me, I've never been on that like traditional, like the man picks you up, he like sets the whole date, he has like the movie, the dinner. I think the biggest thing is like not being a fetish, especially when I was 550 pounds. Like I knew at that point it was literally just sex. Like literally it was just guys coming to my mom's house to have sex with me. We never went out. Like I'm linking up and I'm drunk and you're coming over and we're having sex. We're never going out with each other.
I can understand being like frustrated about this. I know it's really easy to want to be like, well, just get over it, just lose weight, blah, blah, blah. But like when you are in that position, it really is frustrating. I've felt very similar. I remember when I was in high school, I've talked about this quite a bit, but when I was in high school or even out of high school, because I didn't start losing weight until I was 20 and I graduated when I was 17. So it was like 3 years there where it just felt like it was impossible. Like I just felt like there was no, like I had no real hope of finding a partner. And Yeah, it's frustrating. Like I don't really have any answers for it. I don't have any like you just need to find the right person. Like, maybe there is the right person, but I think that she isn't necessarily wrong at when you are the size, 500 something pounds, like it's going to be hard to find someone that is interested in you that has nothing to do with your weight, because your weight is just such a large part of your, who you are at that point, right? No pun intended, but like it's the same thing if someone is incredibly skinny, right? They're struggling with anorexia or whatever it might be. Like it's going to be hard for someone to be interested in you if they, and it have nothing to do with the size that you are, right? Like most people are probably not going to be interested in someone that's 80 pounds. Just like most people are probably not going to be interested in someone that's 500 pounds. And I don't think that makes that person a bad person for not being interested. I've talked about this many times, but like people ask me, right? Oh, John, did you ever had any girls that like weren't interested in you when you were bigger, that were interested in you once you lost the weight? And like, how did that make you feel? And I think that they feel like I'm going to answer like, yeah, these girls didn't like me. And then they did. And then I said, screw you or something like that. Right. That never happened. I understand why people weren't interested in me. And so I don't hold a grudge against them. I don't feel any sort of animosity towards them. And maybe that's from my own point of view, because I was pretty lucky that I didn't get made fun of too much. I didn't have people that treated me terribly. I didn't have like girls that would like run up to me and say, you're a fat, disgusting piece of crap, and like run away or something like that. That never really happened to me. And so for me, I understand why people weren't interested in me, and I don't hold any sort of ill will towards those people, because I don't think that makes them a bad person. It just means that they were not interested in me. Yeah.
I really want that fairy tale. I want that, like, the man that comes in and, like, the stuff that I can't figure out, he figures it out for me. That person I could, like, take on life with. Like, everything that happens in my life, I want him to be, like, right by my side. I don't want to have to question myself anymore in my relationship. I don't want to have to be insecure in my relationship anymore.
Okay, wow. That shed some light on some things that I didn't know or understand. So wow.
A lot of people don't, and I think some people don't live in that world. Some people see me and think nothing. I'm just another normal human being. But for one of you, it's 1,000 that do. Like, of course, I do have a big personality. But also with that being said, like with social media, is like they get it 24/7, and then people meet me and they're like, oh, you're pretty calm. And I'm like, I'm not big sexy 24/7. Like, I'm Nina.
Like I said, we skipped quite a bit of the video, so if you want to watch it, it'll be linked down in the description. But like I said, there was a post on Instagram that made me kind of clued me into, I think I don't want to say what's really going on here, like I'm some sort of therapist, but it made feelings that I had kind of feel like a little bit more validated. And so let's hop over to Instagram. So this is our Instagram, the _realbigsexy_. And this is a video that she posted. And before we play the video, I'm going to read this caption. It said, this started out as me being smart. And then as I pulled and tugged on my body on camera for the first time in my life, so many emotions came over me. This is something I do weekly and usually laugh and joke. Some weeks I cry and ruin my whole day. But most days I put on my clothes and enjoy my beautiful life. What started out as a joke this AM has ended with me unveiling my biggest insecurity. Why I can't be without a faja. I don't know what that means. To hold all this up. My truth is someone's comfort when they feel alone. You are not. We can come on this app and make everything look perfect. And that's not me. I'm different and I have to walk in that. That is the most freeing walk I can walk. Walk with me, beside me, or not with me at all. And then #loose skin problems.
This is going to be very raw. I'm sitting here, and this is not really, I don't need to prove nothing to y'all, but I was on the phone with my cousin, and I was like, you know what? It's my body, and it is what it is. So, before I expose everything, it is what it is. So, this is what I'm dealing with, okay? This is what I'm dealing with, okay? Again, I don't want to get kicked off of here. This is me just exposing to you what I'm dealing with. I'm going to cry. Anybody who knows me personally knows that I literally look in the mirror and I play with it, and then I put on my clothes and I put on my armor of confidence and I leave out the house. Shit. I wasn't going to do this, and I'm like, you know what, I have to show them. And then on top of that, my inner thigh rolls. This is what I'm dealing with, okay? I don't think y'all know how heavy this is. You know, I went from 550, I'm now 440, and this is what I'm dealing with. So if you think that just losing weight is gonna do anything for this, you're absolutely delusional. It's not. And this is my reality. It's like the person I want to be is underneath all of this. And I just want it off, yo. I just want it off really bad. I just want it off. I make jokes and, you know, but this is the reality. This is the part that y'all don't see. This is, you know, I'm not that I'm hiding it. It's nothing that I'm hiding. It's just like, I'm tired of y'all saying, just lose the weight, just lose the weight. This is my response to just lose the weight. That's my response to that.
So, I mean, that's obviously very tough to watch. It's clear that something that she's really struggling with. And I think like that's why I said like it feels like if you were to watch that video and you look at the comments on the under the video, a lot of people that are just being like, you know, you just need to lose the weight, or you know, just like stuff that's like, pretty mean. And I personally think they don't make her look the greatest, because they intro it with her saying all men are trash, and of course that's going to strike a chord with people. It's going to make them upset. But I really think that most of the time when people have reactions like that, where they really feel very like, I'm very tough, like, I don't care what anyone thinks, I don't care, like, really it's a mask. It's like she said, it's armor that she has put on to make herself feel comfortable, because she doesn't feel comfortable. She's not happy with where she's at. She wants to, you know, not be in the position that she's at. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to change. There's nothing wrong with that. And, you know, it's clear that she, you know, she has lost over 100 pounds. So congratulations to her. And I understand, like, if you're watching this, like, it's hard to deal with the loose skin, but like, especially as you continue losing the weight, I'm telling you, the life that you can live with loose skin is so much more fulfilling than the life that you can live when you're 500 pounds, right? I'm sure you have even noticed differences from being 400 versus 500 pounds. When you continue losing the weight, like you're going to get more loose skin, but if you end up, you know, keeping that weight off, like, you can get rid of the loose skin. Yeah, it's a lot of surgery and it's definitely not going to be a fun recovery, but if it's something that you truly want and like that's something that you see for yourself, like you can make that a reality, if that's something that you want. And so I just wanted to share this video because I thought that it was very interesting. And then finding this Instagram post, I thought that it showed another side to her. And I feel like it's very easy to watch these videos, the first one, and say, oh my God, this fat woman, like, she needs to get over it, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I think that video humanizes her a little bit more, and shows us that, you know, not everyone is just one thing. You know, there's usually more going on. But I would love to know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.